Welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English, Andrea Jackson, Matt Doolittle, we're all here for you, and it's time for us to get Flash. It's actually the time of the show where we get questions from you, the viewer, and we dole out our advice.
And each one of us gets about 15 seconds to sound off on the story, and we want you at home to go to our socials, leave your comments. Guys, you ready?
I think so. Yes.
Okay. My viewer asks if she should get Flash for choosing her family over tradition. She says, my parents favor my brother, who married into a snobby family. They host Thanksgiving every year. Well, last year, my sister-in-law's father was mean to my son when we decided to take a trip this year instead of the traditional gathering. Out of respect, we invited everyone, but they all declined. My parents said they couldn't pick between families and chose my brother. Now, everyone is upset that we are going on a trip instead of having dinner with them. Should I get flashed for putting my family first?
So I almost married into one of these snobby families, and we have our traditions on my side, and I really got looked at different when I didn't want to take up their side of stuff.
Okay.
And I was like, well, we do Christmas Eve and Thanksgiving on my side with this, and I didn't want to give up that. So it turned into a fight.
Jackson, what say you?
I say that she probably should just get over it. If she has problems with the family, I'm
Your
canceling
timer's already.
myself. I say she goes in her own direction. She deals with her family, and then maybe at some time later down the line, they'll all kind of reconvene.
All right, makes a lot of sense.
Okay, another viewer writes, should I get flashed for making my stepdaughter do more chores than my son? My husband and I have been married for 17 years, each bringing a child into the family, his daughter and my son. We get along well, but I've always had my stepdaughter do more chores than my son. My son's in grad school, working multiple jobs, has little free time. My stepdaughter, who is not career focused, receives a weekly allowance of $1,000.
What?
Whoa.
A weekly allowance of $1,000 from her dad for sweeping, dusting, and laundry duties. Can I get involved in
Right?
that?
I'll take that gig.
Yes.
Recently, the daughter complained to her dad, and now he insists I should split the chores more evenly. Given their situations, I don't feel it's fair, but my husband and stepdaughter disagree. Should I get flashed for insisting that the stepdaughter do more of the work? Matt, we'll start with you.
I mean, if he wasn't working so much, I'd say it was almost like a Cinderella type thing where, you know, she's getting at the stepdaughter. But if she's getting paid to do this stuff at home and he's actually like doing work which is considered grad school, that's a full-time job on its own. I think she's in the right to be like do that.
I think first off, yeah, you know, you're all you get paid what you've negotiated, not what you're worth. And if you're paying that all together, no matter what your responsibilities are, there should be a checklist and your abilities to be able to do that sort of thing. You know, and I can understand trying to weigh which one does more for the family, but $1,000 is way too much for anything.
Yeah, it screams entitlement to me. So I think, like, if you're going to live under your parents' household, there are certain expectations, and if they expect you to do chores, you should follow through, especially if she's at least 18 years old.
You get $1,000 a week for that?
She's living free.
I love it.
She's living rent-free and getting paid to live there.
That's crazy. We'd love to hear what you think about this, and of course, we'll share it on the air. You can go to our website, dailyflashshow.com, click on the sound off. It sends us emails.